How to make friends with high achievers. Often people ask me, how do you get in front of high achievers? Well, I tell you what, people really want help, number one. Number two, people don't want, especially if they're a high achiever, they don't want you walking up to them, inquiring of them a lot of information without any investment. I mean, you need to show a high achiever that you are going to actually value whatever it is that you're designed to get from them. So what I have done in the past, I have some very high achiever friends and people that I've gotten in front of, is if they have an event, if they have something going on, then I pay the price to be in the room, and I pay the price to be, if there's a VIP section or whatever, to be at the front of the room. Also, I try to help them as much as I can. If I reach out to them, I reach out with, hey, here's how I can help you, such and such, what do you think about this? Or even a compliment. A lot of times to get in front of high achievers, you need to compliment their achievement. A lot of times I'll say, oh my God, I noticed how amazing you are at such and such, and then lead in with your question. This will get their attention and also let them know that you recognize that they're really good at their craft or whatever it is that they're doing. To make friends with high achiever, it just takes wisdom. It's not what I can get from them, but what can I bring to the table? Start thinking about how you can add value to the high achievers that you want to be in the room with and be around, and not just what you can get from them. And I'm telling you, the doors will open fast. So let me give you a few of the stories of high achiever friends that I have. I have a girlfriend that's a super high achiever, and she has really mastered certain arenas in her life. And I'm telling you that we don't talk every single day, but we make sure that we keep each other filled in on the high points in our life. And whenever something comes up, like if there's an investment that's really hot, or if there's a new venture, or if there's a new book, or there's a new declaration we even need to say, or a prayer we need to pray for each other. But we make sure that we keep that relationship. So for instance, here's some things that I've done to make friends with and acquaintance with high achievers. One of the high achiever friends that I have now, we've been friends for years, they were in a certain business arena and they were at the top of their game. And I said, wow, I would really like to, get to know them and understand some of their strategies and how they do so well in this field. And so I made sure that I reached out to them with, how can I help you do more of what you're doing? And I got an immediate response, and I helped them. They gave me some information. We've been friends ever since. So I think it starts with showing up and saying, hey, how can I help you? What can I do? Because a lot of times you can think that you can't get in front of people, but people need help. And if you want to get in front of high achievers, here are a few tips for different people in different categories. Email them and tell them and offer your help if you have an email address. Also, if they have any type of volunteer things you can do for their organization, volunteer to help and do extraordinary work so that you stand out. If you know the places that they circle, that they're going to be, make sure that you find yourself in those places as well. I bumped into some high achievers at certain restaurants and just went over to the table and said, oh my goodness, I recognized you, and I just want to tell you that your book is amazing, your work is so amazing, I'm a fan of your work, or I love this. And they're like, who are you? Oh, and we talked for a few minutes, and then lo and behold, once we exchanged information and we became friends. So a lot of times you just have to open the door, but through recognizing their work, through compliments, noticing their achievement, through helping, through offering help, through being a support, through all those kind of things can help you get in front of high achievers and for them to notice you and know that you're sincere. You're not just coming to get, but you're coming to bring something to the table. That's the important part. People want to know that you're not just trying to take something from them, but you're trying to also get something to them. Hey, this is a perfect place to stop and tell you about my exciting Women in Wealth Club. This is the ultimate online community where you get personalized consulting, accountability, systems, and virtual assistants to keep you focused. We're probably more extreme about your goals than you're used to, but if you really want to get serious about your goals and achieve them in record-breaking time, then extreme is exactly what you need. So click the link below to reserve a spot. All right, back to the video. Now, if you're trying to better your life and you have a circle of friends that are just mundane, and it's sad to say, but a lot of us do, sometimes we start out that way. We have friends from high school or friends that we worked with, and we just kind of never changed those friends. But if you're looking to say, you know what, I need to level up, I want a higher level friendship, then you got to go to higher level places, honey. I'm trying to tell you, you got to get to where higher level people are. You got to do the activities that higher level people do. Now, the day of social media, a lot of times you can attract people by what you post. Post a higher level lifestyle. Post, the kind of things that you really enjoy, and other people that enjoy those same things will be attracted to you. Like, for instance, I post all the time that I'm at the bookstore. Well, when I started my book club, it was not hard to get people to join my book club because all the book lovers follow me and see me at the bookstore all the time and comment, I'm glad you're at the bookstore. Oh my God, what book are you reading? People were asking me what are you reading? What's in your nightstand? What's in your nightstand? I said, you know what, guys? You don't have to keep asking me what's in my nightstand. I'm going to start a book club. And all those people, high achievers that like to read books, join the book club. So you can attract those people into your life by what you put out there, by who you are. Get into the right places where those people are. I remember one time my daughter, this is a long time ago, she's married now and has a child, but when she was single and with no children, and this was back in college, she was feeling like she was attracting all the wrong kind of people in college in her life. And I said, well, I think it's because where you're hanging out and what you're doing. Go to where the higher achievers are. I was like, where are the top sports people going? Where do they eat? Where are the people that are all the A students? Where do they hang out? I was like, where are they going? So then she joined a different crowd. She went to different restaurants. She went to a different hall to eat in. You know what? She ended up graduating with not only honors, but with all the high achievers. Became her friends. And still today are her friends. She had a whole group of high achievers that became a part of her life, and they done some extraordinary things together. They traveled and seen things around the world together, but that was because she had to change her environment, change what she did, change where she went. So sometimes I think you have to change your dress code, what you look like, what you talk about, where you go to attract those kind of people. And I think it's really important to write it down. When I wanted to attract certain people in my life, I actually journalized and said, God, I want to attract friends who are like this, and I made a list. And you know what? It wasn't long, about 30 days, I started being invited to certain things, going to certain events, and meeting certain people that changed the trajectory of my whole life. I'm telling you, getting my journal done, finding people who taught me that process, resources, when I wanted to do certain lines, perfumes. I found a lady in Paris to help me actually design my bottles, to do the perfume, to launch it. When I started the nail polish line, I actually found somebody who'd been in the nail polish business for over 40 years, very successful at it. Caused my daughter and I to have a very successful nail polish line. All those things happened because I got in different rooms, but I got where I needed to be. So I'm telling you today, if you feel like it's time to shift and to change your relationships and to have a higher level of friendships, then start asking and putting in your journal, where do I need to be? Where do I need to show up? And how do I need to show up? What should I be talking about? What should I be looking like? And then invite people. Don't always wait to be invited. Host things. I host events, host dinner parties, host different celebrations, and then invite higher level people to those celebrations. And I'm telling you, it won't be long before you have those kind of relationships that you truly desire. I found out that certain high achievers don't like certain things. Super high achievers aren't messy people. They don't like disloyalty. They don't like a lot of messy environments. And so, you have to get away from people who are gossips. You have to make sure you're not one. You have to get away from people who are problematic. You have to make sure that you're not problematic. No one wants to just take on a new friendship and then you're dumping all your problems on them. So make sure that you bring the high achievement attitude into the room, their tone of voice, your reflection. Just make sure you're bringing high energy, that you're excited about life, that you're excited about things that are going on, because high achievers usually are achieving because they're excited about life. They're not dealing with a lot of confusion. So even if you are confused, don't bring that into the conversation. And so that way you can adapt higher level relationships, and that people will feel like you're not going to drain them, but that you're going to be more of a help or a resource to them. Here's the misinformation, is that people always say, if you want to have higher level relationships, then you got to have a lot of money. Not true at all. I don't believe you have to have a lot of money at all. I believe that you just have to have the right attitude. I believe it's the way you show up. I believe that you have to show up optimistic. I believe that you have to be adaptable. I believe you can't be staunch in your thinking. I believe that you can't be a person who is argumentative. Be wise. I think that if you don't know things, don't act like you know everything. Don't show up like a know-it-all. I think that it's really attitude. I don't think it's about abundance, about how much money you have. I think it's about your attitude that you bring to the table. You bring the right attitude, then you can be accepted in all kinds of circles. So no, it's not about money. And yes, you can get into certain places. You know, often when I'm teaching, I tell people, go to a high-end restaurant and just order dessert. You can get in the rooms you want to, especially the day we live in. You can get into a lot of places and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. So no, it's not about the money, but it is about the attitude that you bring to the table. And it is about adapting a certain attitude. Now, no high achiever wants you to show up and be like, it's not about the money, so I'm not going to change anything for you. Nope. You're not going to get their attention. You just need to show up with the right attitude of saying, hey, I feel like I deserve to be here, and I want to. You have to have some self-confidence. I want to be in this room. I feel like I belong in this room, and I feel like that just like you can be a blessing to me, I can be a blessing to you if I'm in this room with you. Now, it's good to be able to recognize real high achievers from the fakers, all right? Fakers are always provers. They're always trying to prove to you that they are what they are. Real high achievers don't have to prove to you because they don't care what you think what they are. So they're not trying to prove anything to you. They just are. They're just being. So if you see a person trying to prove too many things, over talking, over explaining, trying to prove so much, putting other people down, just going out the way, trying to be a show off, usually those aren't real high achievers. Those are people that think they're a high achiever, but they're not. When you become a real high achiever, there's a peace about you. I really don't care what you think. I really am not, I care what people think, but I'm not like running around like, oh, I don't care about those things. I'm not trying to prove to you how much I have. I have what I have. And so when you're a real high achiever, then a lot of times you don't see a person pushing so much trying to prove to you who they are. They just are what they are. When you see people trying to prove so much to them, yeah, you might need to side eye and say, why do you feel like you have to prove so many things to me? Now, be smart enough to recognize a high achiever on the rise. Don't dismiss every single person that's going through something, on the other hand. Because sometimes people are going through something like going through college and they're struggling to get done, so they might be breaking down a little bit. They're going to be a doctor and they're going through school and they're like, oh my goodness, this is really getting to me because the stress of it all. But I'm telling you that sometimes you need to ride it out with those people because they're going to be a high achiever. They just need someone to help them through the process. So a lot of times people are on the road to a high achiever. I remember when I was on my road to achievement and I was going to a ton of events and I was mentoring, had a lot of mentors in my life and that kind of thing. And I was learning and grasping and that kind of thing. I wasn't where I am today, but during that process, I was learning, I was growing, and I thank God that I picked up some high achiever friends at the same time and we rose together. Now I have a slew of friends that all of us at the same time were at the beginning of building our business. All of us at the same time hardly had any clients. We didn't know what we were doing. But I'm telling you what, we had that high achievement on our forehead. Man, it was plastered across our forehead. These people are going to be somebody. And you know what? Our whole group ended up having such high achievements, from writing books to $1 million businesses to multiple homes to real estate ventures to clients, abundance of clients that we don't even know what to do with them all. But I'm telling you, there was a time and a day when we were in the process of growing and learning, and you just had to know that this is a group of people that are going to be very high achievers. But at the time, we were in the process. We were learning and growing and working things out. So don't throw away all your friends that are in the process before they get to the pinnacle. Usually when you're hanging out with high achievers, now, there's all different kind of people that are high achievers in different arenas. So I can't say this is just across the board, because I personally do have some friends that are high achievers that are partiers, and they're probably going to die partiers, okay? That's just a fact. Now, they slow down some because they're getting older and have families, but they're just people that need to hear a beat. They need to move. They're not happy if there's not something going on, lively and partying. But for the most part, but let me say this, they've changed where they party and how they party. They're not low-level partying, but most high achievers get more serious about life. They're not just playing and goofing off. They usually have to go to bed at a certain time. They got to get up at a certain time. They have routines. They got things that have to get done. If they're a high achiever and they start having families, they have to attend to their family. So a lot of times when you're friends with high achievers, you're not having these long conversations every day on the phone. It's not like this high school relationship You're not hanging out all the time together because they don't have time for that. They got to have time to contribute to their goals, their dreams, and the things that they're building. If you're building anything significant, it needs time and tending to. So most high achievers, when you're around them, your schedule changes, their schedule changes, because life changes and it demands more of you to achieve those high level goals. Now, to keep your high achieving friends alive and vibing, I think it's good to send Christmas cards. It's good to sometimes host an event, have them come to an event to your house. Every year we have different couples come and stay with us, our friends, people that we build relationships with, and we just do dinner, we do some weekends together, maybe go to some parks, whatever. But we just do certain things with our friends to keep those high level, high achieving relationships bound and to just talk. So much comes out of those times that we have together. Also, a lot of times it's if there's events in your life, don't leave them out of those events. Weddings, showers, birthday parties are times for you to get together with those friends and to celebrate and to bond again. My final thoughts of making friends with high achievers is that don't make it such a big deal. Don't make it like this is something that's out of your reach or out of your scope. Really, it's a matter of your internal compass. It's a matter of what you decide you want to be. If you decide that you're going to be a high achiever in life, you're naturally going to attract other high achievers to you. You're not going to have to scramble all over the place and try to find all these people you have to connect with. Though it's good to go and try to connect with people, but you're going to become an attractor factor. You're going to attract high achievers to you as you decide you're going to be a high achiever. Just make sure that you understand how to cultivate those relationships, that you understand life changes when you decide to achieve more, that you understand that losing some friends is not bad. Sometimes it's just a part of life, and gaining new friends can be very good, and it's just a part of life. So in becoming a high achiever, just decide that that's what you want to be, that's what you are, and as you do that, you're going to pull other high achievers into your life. You're going to end up where they end up. You're going to end up doing what they're doing. You're going to be attracted to what they're attracted to. You're going to be in those circles because that's what you decided that you are. And so when that happens, just make sure that you remember others that are coming up, that are trying to get to where you are. Don't forget about the people that need help, that need relationships, that need a hand up. As you get up the ladder, make sure you reach back and help others that need connections to high achievers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this one, you're going to love the other ones. I'm telling you, they're exciting. Also, click the link below and check out my free offer. I have something really exciting I want to get to you.